If I may, Chair, and I try to word this carefully because I do recognise that it has potential sensitivity. We are looking at the two projects as separate projects, and they're coming through on different timescales. But I think, certainly my experience of the interrogation we had around the options appraisal for the NSCSO one, which ran second originally, and I hope was a more effective set of pre-decision scrutiny than the DRS where we were all a bit green and beginning to cut our teeth on it. The two are coming through at separate times, but they may or may not have interrelated elements to them, and I was quite clear when we talked about the NSCSO, the justifications for the different models actually had some implications around those services. And so I'm just, when we're looking at those, can we find some way of ensuring that we can talk about, for example, and I'm being as general as I possibly can, some of the services potentially, back office services, that one of the projects might use could or could not be delivered by the other project, and I don't get a sense of where that was the business case hung on some of that, and I don't know whether the project. I'm trying to be general without getting myself into commercial confidentiality.
And
the two might be.
They are two separate procurements.
And it is not the role of this. It is not the role of this committee to rewrite the procurement process. That's the decision. The structure of the project has been taken, which it is. I'm afraid that's what we have to live with. So, unless officers are exploring something else.
No, I simply wish to reassure this committee that within two contractualisation processes, there are specific interface clauses which deal with.
Sorry, could you just say that in English?
Sorry. So, it is very honest. Within the two contracts, there are clauses and specific schedules which ensure that the two contracts interact fully and we don't have a mismatch, which I think deals with Councillor Moore's concern. Beyond that,
sure it does, but never mind, because I think Councillor Moore's concern is beyond the remit.
But beyond that, as the leader says, that they have to be treated as two.
Because the trouble is, you start rewriting the process, you end up having to start all over again.
I'm not suggesting. I mean, we've been through the whole issue. If we were rewriting the process, we'd be doing a public sector comparative right at the outset. We didn't do that. However, the issue here is that the savings predicated in one may rely on the costs of services in the other. But I'm not trying to get into the commercial confidentiality.
Right, okay, so I think we've reached a consensus which says councillors, which says that we're going to do the scrutiny work in advance of the two projects going to different committees. We'll have sufficient resources to be properly briefed on the process and so on, and there we are, we've heard what the leader said about a joint venture. So I think we've reached a consensus. Okay, so we note that item. All right, thank you.